Hello all, James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade. Welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my content, and welcome back to another short, quick help video on TheQuinfall. Alright, in this topic, we're going to go over altars and how to build at an altar. If you open up your map, you're going to find that there's these areas called land. The blue flag, like we have here, where I happen to live, is for the PvE channel, which is channel 1. And then you have red flags on the map, like here, for instance, where people live that are in the PvP channel. I would not recommend that. In the PvP channel, your buildings can be broken into, bashed, your livestock killed, your farms looted. Kind of pointless building in the PvP channel if you ask me, but hey, that's a different topic. Anyway, so once you find a place where you can put down what's called an altar, altar are these little blue flame thingies here that I'm running at. You can put down an altar, and when you have an altar, you can build in the surroundings of said altar. Like if I look at the details here, or well, it was showing me before I actually, you see how there's that speckling area? That's the influence of the altar. This is not my altar. My altar's over here, inside of this fancy building. Now, how did I get a fancy building? Well, that took me a while to figure out, actually, because as with many things that are TheQuinfall, not everything is readily apparent at first glance. So, if you hit I to open your inventory to free up your cursor, you can go down to places like the content menu. And when you bring to the content menu, you can go to the building menu, which actually has a hotkey of U, so you can just press U. When you open up this building menu, it will show you how to build an altar. And you'll be completely dumbfounded as to how to build anything other than an altar. But while we're on the topic of the altar, do know that the wood section here has an arrow down. If you were to click on this arrow down, you can see that there's very different types of wood that you could use. So you do not have to use acacia wood. I've never even found acacia wood. It's nowhere near anywhere in the beginning area, but you will find birch, for instance, or oak, or pine, or sycamore. These are all woods I've found in abundance right here in the newbie area. So just harvest 40 oak, birch, sycamore, whatever, and you'll have the wood needed for this section of placing the altar. Stone, obviously, smack a rock open and you can get the stone. It's not that much, 23. Now, what perplexed me is, how do I actually build walls? How do I actually build foundations? How do I build this other stuff? Well, nobody in their right mind would just randomly right-click in the screen, unless you're me, who was frustrated and just started clicking stuff. And this pops up. Yes, if you want to find the building menu, go to build, and then randomly right-click your cursor anywhere on the screen will actually bring up the building menu. Yes, this is not readily apparent. It's not intuitive. In order to figure this out, you literally need to be at frustration point and you just start clicking wildly on the screen to discover, holy crap, there's a building menu here. Now, hopefully, you did what I did, which is I went to search the internet to find videos. Of course, none of the videos showed me how to actually open the building menu like I just did. They showed me how to make an altar. Most of the videos I found online were how to build an altar, not how to open up the building menu, which was mainly what I was concerned with. So, just to recap, one more time here. Start from the beginning, go down to context menu, open up the build menu, or in that case I just closed the build menu. When you have the build menu open, you can just randomly right click on the screen and it will actually open up the build menu itself. And then from here you can choose items that you wish to place down, so on and so forth. And if you don't want to place that down, just right click again, get back to the build menu, right click again, get back to the build menu, and that's how you can find the pieces that you want in order to build your house. Not intuitive. Took me forever to figure out. It was very frustrating for me. Anyway, hopefully you don't have to go through that same frustration, so you can then build yourself a nice house like mine. On the last point I want to bring up about building at altars is it's rather expensive actually in the current iteration. I'm currently having to spend 70 wood and 149, so basically 150 stone a day to pay upkeep. So I have 7 days worth of upkeep currently on here. The more walls and foundations and stuff you place down, the more expensive your upkeep becomes. So in a way, I think they need to adjust their current upkeep system, because it does not promote people building something nice. It promotes people building ugly stuff, or not even building at all. They just place down an altar and then throw some whatchamacallits next to the altar, like we'll see over here. Your crafting stations are just on the ground next to the altar, because that's a hell of a lot cheaper to pay for if there's no house. The house just creates added expenditure. But this is a role-playing game, and I want to live in a nice house, so I'm going to deal with it. But I think the developers need to do something to, I don't know, actually promote people wanting to actually build a house. Like, for instance, I think roofs pieces should lower maintenance. I think foundation pieces should lower maintenance. You build a nice foundation so that your house doesn't settle, right? It makes the house last longer. Thus, it should be negative maintenance foundation blocks. Again, you build a roof so that water doesn't damage your house, so you're not getting rained on. Again, roofs help with maintenance, not detract from maintenance. So I think roofs should be negative maintenance. Those are some ideas if the devs ever see this video. You know, make some of these building blocks that make the house look nicer actually take away from the maintenance tally, so that you can promote and foster a world that actually has nice looking homes and buildings in them, not ugly square boxes without a roof. Anyway, I'm Jim Johnson, aka Sulfurblade. This is my content. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If so, please smash that like button, consider subscribing, and until the next time, all, peace.